Hi YouTube, this is Carrie1516 on the Duelist Jump channel, and today we will be doing a deck profile on my main deck, the Hazy Flame Fire Kings, which people have said it's a very odd combination, but it seems to work great. Let's get started. First, we have the 3 Fire King Avatar Garanux. He is a great search for the bigger version of him, Fire King High Avatar Garanux. And next, we have UFO Turtle. He is basically is a search for the little guy, Fire King Avatar Garanux. And also I like setting him in defense because, well, then I don't lose any life points. And I can also overlay for Utopia, which that's part of my extra, which we'll get to later. Then we have the Hazy Flame guys. Hazy Flame Cerebus. This card is amazing. You can bring him out first turn without Hazy Pillar or Hazy Glory or Tributing it, but his attack counts 1,000. I know that doesn't sound like it's an amazing combination, but here's where it becomes good. Next we have Hazy Flame Griffin. This card, you can normal summon if your opponent has a monster. Yet it's only 200 attack, but if you already have Cerebus out in the field, you can overlay for Hazy Flame Basilisk, which is the big card of this deck. Then we have Hazy Flame Hippogriff, which your opponent can't target your card with card effects. Hazy Flame Manticore. This cannot be targeted by card effects, and during this player's turn, you can send one fire monster except this card from hand or face up on your side of the field to the graveyard. It cannot be destroyed by card effects this turn. Another great search is Periton. You have him out, and then you contribute him and one other monster in your hand, and you can bring out 2 more of the Hazy Flames and overlay for Basilisk. Then we have Goka. As long as I control a fire monster, I can special summon this card. Which, if I already have one of the Hazy Flames, I could just overlay for Basilisk or Photon Strike Bouncer, which is another card I have, or Swordbreaker. Now I have the big guy, Fire King High Avatar Garanux. He is my main goal of this deck, to bring him out, because if he is destroyed by card effect, he goes to the graveyard, then he comes back by next standby phase and clears the field. And if you have 2 of them that keep destroying each other, it's an infinite lock and the field keeps getting cleared, which tends to piss off a lot of people. Then we have Sacred Phoenix and Nephites. Basically, the same thing as Fire King High Avatar Garanux, only he gets rid of spells and traps. Next we have the magics. We have Hazy Pillar, which I'm surprised they didn't limit this card or ban it, because you can bring out a Hazy Flame guy without tributing. And if you already have one of the Xyz out in the field with Fire Kings underneath it, or not Fire Kings, Hazy Flames, I'm sorry, you can just keep adding units on. And Basilisk works great because I can just keep banishing people's monsters, and because it has great effects the more units you have. Then MST, a staple, you can target one, spell or trap, get rid of the card completely off the field. Circle of Fire Kings, I like using when I have the big guy in the graveyard, the Fire King Garanux, High Avatar Garanux. And it's especially good when you use the Fire King Avatar Garanux, because then it's destroyed by card effect, and you can bring another one out of your deck. Then you can quickly overlay for the Heretic, Sun Dragon, Overlord, or Heliopolis, which I like doing. Or you can just leave the 2 level 8s. Then Ego Boost. This just adds 1,000 attack to the end of the turn. Lots of the Fire Kings is good. If you have no monsters on the field and your opponent does, you can bring out any of these, but their effects are negated and destroyed at the end of the turn. It's good. in a way, I suppose. Then we have Dark Hole, get rid of all the monsters. Mirror Force, if your opponent attacks, you use this and gets rid of all their attack position monsters. Dark Bribe basically negates the spell or trap card, and then they draw one card, your opponent. Hazy Glory, basically the same thing as Hazy Pillar, only you can't keep adding on units, but you contribute this card and bring back one of the Hazy Flames, any of the Hazy Flame cards, except this one for the graveyard. Backfire, great for any fire deck. Every time your fire monster is destroyed, you lose 500. Your opponent loses 500. Call the Haunted, brings back a monster. Negate attack, negates an attack with Scrap Iron Scarecrow, my favorite, because you can just keep negating attacks, which tends to piss people off. And people just love MSTing it. Okay, next we have the extra deck. Grenosaurus. It's a okay card, I guess, for this deck. I mean, I only have 3 level 3s, but if I destroy an opponent's monster by battle, I can get rid of a unit and then take away 1,000 of your life points. Utopia, great, because you can just keep negating attacks until you run out of units, and then it's destroyed by its own effect, and you don't lose any life points. Gemini Pearl, I just like having it as an extra one, just in case I already ran. Not really ran out of Utopias, but if I just don't want to use it that duel to keep it interesting. Plus it has 2,600 attack. Doesn't have any units, but it's not a bad card. Hazy Flame Basilisk is the heart and soul of this deck. Once per turn, you can detach a unit and banish your opponent's monsters. If there is 3 or more, you gain, I think it's like 200 attack. Yeah, 200 attack. 4 or more, it can't be targeted by card effects. 5 or more, you can't be destroyed by card effects. Then Photon Strike Bouncer. If your opponent, how do you say this, activates a card effect from a monster, you can detach a unit and inflict 1,000 points to their damage. Sword Breaker, you detach a unit, declare a type, and then it destroys that type automatically. And then Heretic Sundragon and Heliopolis, my only rank 8. You contribute any number of monsters from your hand, and then destroy that many cards. And that's basically it. Thank you for watching my video, and see you next time on the Duelist Jump channel. Sorry about that. Bye.